And so while this will be a correction, is what I think it's going to be. It's going to be a correction. I do think that over the long term, housing prices are going to continue to go up like they have over, since the beginning of time, right?
And Doge didn't fix it.
No.
Quantitative easing is not going away.
It's
Those
coming
houses are
back.
going up.
But it's going to come back.
But to my point is that I think that it could be a really unique opportunity. It's not here yet, but it's going to take time. There's lag. There's a lot of lag in the market. I'll give you an example. The 2008 financial crisis happened, right? People were starting to go foreclosing on how that started happening in 2005, 2006, 2007. You finally had this big break, the tipping point. Housing prices didn't hit the trough, didn't hit the bottom until 2012, 2011, 2012, before they started to rebound and go back up.
4 years.
Yeah. It could almost,
I think we're potentially in the start
Yeah.
of the dip. I think there's a good data point. 2023, Jen sold a house. And now it's back on the market for $50K just because they want to close and break even.
Yes.
Jonathan, can you give us some data? How much did the housing values drop during the great financial crisis? Percentage. I'm curious because 5% is a lot of money.
I think they drop. It depends. Yeah, you'll have to look year over year, but they drop like 20%. In some places, 30, 40%.
Let's do San Diego, seeing as I got a bottle of bourbon riding on that.
Yeah.
20 to 30%.
Oh,
And I think that's an interesting point too, because when you go to nationwide versus San Diego, it might only dip in San Diego 5%.
San Diego got cream too.
It was us in Vegas, I think.
You're going to see much lower dips
And
because
it's not,
housing prices are not as crazy. Yeah.
And the only last point I'd make is that this time is way different than the 2008 financial crisis because that was a credit crisis that was really manufactured.
Right.
And to your point that you're saying, I mean, the stat keeps going down because people refinance, but let's just put it at 70% of all 30-year outstanding mortgages are financed at 4% or below.
That's
right?
insane.
Which is why nobody's
It's a completely
selling.
different issue.
It's a totally different issue.
And then the volume of homes transacted as rates went up were very low. Pure numbers, there are not that many homes that sold with 6, 7, 8% interest rates.
Yeah.
Everyone moved and got in at under 4.
Yeah.
And then everyone held.
Yeah.
You'd be stupid to. If you had any issues with your job, you'd be stupid to sell that home if you have a 3% rate.
Yeah, and so that's a great point, and I don't mean to talk the whole time, but it just popped up in my head. So then going back to, it's a great deal if you maybe take a 5% less. What if it's somebody that wants to retire, right? And they're in San Diego, they've owned their house forever. It's free and clear. They bought it for $100,000. It's now $1 million.
Exactly.
Do you really give a crap if you're going to sell it for $1 million or $950,000?
No.
You say no. Just say, hey, bro, if you can get it done at $950,000, sell it. We got a house in Florida we're going to, or we got a mobile home and manufactured home in Phoenix that we're going to, and we're going to go retire. It's only the folks that bought recently, the ones that we're talking about. So when you said that, it was like, that's the kind
and that's a really good point, because I've been noticing as I've been looking at inventory, it's older homes that they didn't buy this or get a loan 4 or 5 or 3 to 5 years ago. They've had these homes for much longer. Now, they might have refied, right, and gotten a lower rate, but there's equity in that house. It's been there, it's sitting there, or they don't owe anything. And so I'm noticing a lot of older inventory.
Yeah, there's a few in my neighborhood that are like,
turning.
ooh, that one needs a lot of work. That just got listed and they're wanting 1 point whatever.
Yeah, and so
good luck.
My old house is a unique kind of case, but that's happening. But I'm seeing more.
You're gonna have both. You're gonna have the people that don't really need the home run crush it, because they've been in there forever. Because I'm seeing those same homes get listed, and then it's the ones that's like, well, wait a second, that just traded a couple years ago,
right?
And those people are in the pain.
That's pressure.
I think
they're selling because they have to. They can't afford the mortgage or whatever the case is.
No, and so now you're seeing the accumulation of sell while you still can get a decent price from the people that have historically been there for 30 years,
right? And
the people that bought in the last couple of years and now are like, oh shit, we shouldn't have committed to this $6,000-$7,000 a month. So. Well, I mean, that pretty much covers it. We think that in the end, we're going to have a little bit of a bumpy ride. I made the analogy, if you've ever been river rafting and through rapids, that we were all in this weird calm, singing Kumbaya, maybe even a little bit of Nickelback or something, just thinking about it.
Yeah.
And then now it's, wait. I hear some turmoil. I hear some water. And I feel like we're going to go through like a couple, 2-3 years. I bet that the home price maybe dropped a tiny bit in the next year. But my broader prediction is that we're going through a slight ripple for the next 3 years. And it could bumble along and down. I don't think we're going to see a huge price increase inside of 3 years. I think it's going to be bumbling. Maybe it dips a little bit. Maybe it dips and then comes back up just because of San Diego specifically doesn't have any inventory. And then like the butterfly, back in the hills where they're trying to build more homes prevents them from building thousands of homes. Environmental issues.
There's going to be a supply.
There's things that are just really bottlenecking supply in California. And so that, you might just have enough demand and enough high earners to outpace that. But I think it's going to be interesting.
Well, if someone's listening to this and has an opinion on it, like reach out to us. I would I would love to hear other people's opinions. Reach out. We'd love to hear what you're kind of seeing in the market, because this is just our observation from our kind of little
He's the
corner of
MBA.
world.
I just manage trailer parks.
We could have a couple of our hot rod realtor buddies come on.
Yeah.
All right. If you're enjoying this content, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications, and check out the description below for our websites listed. Thanks a lot for joining.